This is Weasel 1-1. I'm engaging with Mirage F1s. Weasel 1-1, Fox 3. Shit, taking fire. Alright everyone, welcome back. Nice that so many people could show up, and welcome to the first installment of the campaign, the Second Lebanon War. The date is 18th of August 2006. I believe it's actually the 15th, I wrote this wrong. This is based on the Second Lebanon War, and it is a fictional scenario based on the real conflict, just where things escalated just a tad. Okay, so the situation is that Israel executed a large-scale military operation after the killing and abduction of 5 Israeli soldiers on July 12th. On July 12th, Israel launched a series of military operations against Lebanese militias in southern Lebanon after a failed rescue attempt of the captured soldiers. Israel intend to destroy Hezbollah and the affiliated militia groups, launched heavy artillery and airstrikes within southern Lebanon. After almost a month, a ceasefire was voted for by the UN, but it was not respected by either side. This prompted Lebanon to deploy its army with the intention of pushing Israel out of southern Lebanon, which resulted in clashes between the two armies on August 12th, 3 days ago. On August 13th, Syria, Egypt, Jordan, Saudi Arabia and Yemen declared that they would come to the aid of their brothers in Lebanon, and a state of war was declared. The same day, Syria decided to move into the Golan Heights, and Jordan into the West Bank, easily breaking through the weak Israeli defenses in the area, while Egypt started to move military forces into the Sinai Desert. Israel, now having to wage a war on all fronts, immediately ordered a full military mobilization and launched a series of air attacks to halt Jordanian and Syrian advances. Along with scattered ground defenses and a series of air attacks, they managed to halt the Syrian and Syrian forces at the Lake of Galilee. The US have deployed several task forces, including an aircraft carrier group in the Persian Gulf and the Red Sea, in the hopes of containing this conflict. Because of the ongoing operations in Iraq and Afghanistan, which also have strengthened in the intensity at the outbreak of this conflict, the US does not have the ground forces necessary to conduct large-scale ground operations against Syria. And they are, however, moving forces into defensive positions along the Syrian and Iraqi border in case of Syrian and Jordanian border crossings. They are also currently preparing the H-3 airfield in Iraq for further operations. In the Mediterranean, they have stationed the task force, the USS Stennis, with a large contingent of F-18s, as well as the last operational squadron of F-14s that were on their farewell tour in the Mediterranean when the war broke out and were thrown into action. The situation is tense, and many people are already calling this World War III. Oil prices have reached $300 a barrel, and many nations feel social unrest as a result. Europe is vowing to support Israel with finance and supplies, and have declined further involvement apart from that. Turkey vows neutrality, but it's already been revealed that large amount of equipment is being shipped to Syria to support the war effort, including brand new experimental UAVs. But more on the Turkey situation later. A lot of the equipment also is of Russian origin, and there is indications that Russia is using Turkey as a hub for sending equipment to Syria, Lebanon, and Jordan. A little bit about the different nations' militaries. Let's start with Syria. Actually, let's start with Turkey, just to get that out of the way. Turkey, officially they are neutral, but they support the enemies of Israel. After they got excluded from NATO in '93, because of their support of terrorist groups, their military, especially their air force, have suffered from lack of spare parts and support. Their main suppliers is now Russia, and they have invested large amounts of money into their own industry. And they are also invested largely in new experimental equipment like UAVs that has been sighted in Lebanon, Syria, striking Israeli forces. As of now, they are on paper neutral, but the situation is very tense, and there's heavy negotiations in the background between the US and Turkey to keep them out of the conflict. That involves trying to bribe them with spare parts and support for their air force, which is still largely based on US equipment. Moving on to Syria. Syria is the second most powerful military in the Arab League as of now, and having long traditions of using Russian arms purchases and donations. They have invested large amounts of resources into their IAD systems, having new SA-10s, 5 Gammons and 6s, serving along with 11s, sorry, alongside with renovated SA-2s, 3s and 6s. In the 80s, Syria bought almost 50 Su-24s with the intention of using them as cruise missile platforms. And we see that in the current conflict with them sending cruise missiles into Israel from the safety of their own airspace. In the early 2000s, Syria acquired several new MiG-29s and used MiG-23s to replace its older fleet of MiG-21s. The army have also received new tanks, artillery pieces and IFVs. The most neglected part of Syria is their navy, choosing to rely more on their air force and land-based anti-ship missiles. Moving on to Jordan, the weakest member of the alliance because of what can be described as chronic economic decline. Their military consists mostly of infantry forces with limited armor and other heavy equipment. Their air force consists mostly, for the most part, of old American F-5s, and their most advanced aircraft is in their possession being the Mirage F-1EE. I can see that I forgot to switch the slide there. You can laugh at this picture, just disregard the penis. This is the Israeli plan to advance into Syria. It is to move directly eastward, then that will open up a corridor for further advances south and north, so they don't have to fight in the mountainous region around Irbid and northwest of the Golan Heights. So the goal of today's operation, we're going to conduct mostly seed and deed operation to facilitate future operations against Syria and Jordan. Weasel 1, destroy the SA-11, SA-2s and SA-6 stationed in Jordan and Syria. Weasel 2, destroy the SA-3 and SA-2 in Syria. Apache Flight destroyed the Syrian armored units around the Lake of Galilee, as well as finishing up the remaining SA-3 sites. And I forgot Springfield flight, but you will fly basically a bar cap and be on the alert and intercept enemy fighters.
Question?
We take questions at the end.
Okay.
Flights, weapons and targets. Weasel 1 and 2. Okay, I can see I did something wrong here, but Weasel 1 and 2 is 1 bag, 4 times harms, and we also received 2 experimental AIM-9Xs from the US, carrying 2 of those, 2 AIM-9 120Bs, 2 bags, and the target is for Weasel 1 is Snowdrift, SA-11s in other words, and SA-6 and 2. Weasel 2, same armament, target is SA-3 and SA-2, and you might have to help us out with SA-2 at the end. Springfield flight, 4 times 120 Bravos and 4 times AIM-9Ms. Hornet flight, 2 times AIM-9Ms, 2 times AIM-7M, and 4 times 120B, 3 bags. All one of you. Apache, you have 16 times Hellfire L, so you're packing quite a heavy load here. Flight plan, Apache flight. You will take off from Rash Pina up here, and you will fly towards waypoint 1, that is a tank platoon. And then you will move further south towards where an artillery unit has been spotted. And from here you have to wait for Weasel 2 to give the go-ahead that the SA-3 has been destroyed, because I've written SA-4, I mean SA-3. Here at waypoint 3 there is an SA-3, as I said, which you're going to clear up, and waypoint 4 is an artillery unit close by. And it also needs to be said that all the units also have been reported to carry some sort of SHORAD system, that being Su-23s or SA-9s. And if you still have any weapons left, waypoint 5 is a tank company south of the Lake of Galilee. And I didn't write this on the map here, but waypoint 6 is the home base for you. Okay, flight plan Weasel, he'll take off, it will almost be the same for Weasel 2, but more on that a bit later. We'll take off from Ramat David, active runway 27, and fly out to waypoint 1 just to gather up information, and then we will turn 180 degrees towards waypoint 2. About waypoint 2 we will pop up and target the SA-11, that's waypoint 3. And waypoint 4 is an SA-6 COB site, and SA-2 is further east at waypoint 5. Flight plan for Weasel 2 almost the same as sorry, almost the same as for Weasel 1. You will take off from Ramat David, fly out to waypoint 1 together with the Weasel 1, and you will turn 180 degrees towards waypoint 2. At waypoint 2 you will do a pop-up strike against SA-3 at waypoint 3. If you manage to take that out, then turn further east and take out an SA-2 at waypoint 4. Flight plan for Springfield and Hornet flight, you will fly together because there's only one guy on the Hornet flight. You will fly towards waypoint 1, and you will fly simply a cap between 1 and 2 until something comes up. Even you have to intercept enemy aircrafts that's trying to intercept the Weasel flights, or there is enemies that's going to try to go for our carrier forces, which we have intel on they actually have plans on. SAM threats, the bullseye is the Lake of Galilee, so if you request a picture from our AWAC, it would give a bra call from that bullseye over the Lake of Galilee. And needs to be said about this SAM threats is that this is only the one we currently know about. There's a lot more of them, and there's also a couple of flak site type S60 and KS19. So be aware of those. These are we have our current indications is that they only like 50% of their SAM sites are active because they are moving them around quite a bit, and their SA5 is also active. That's why we can't stay at high altitude. Execution for Apache. All the individual elements have their. This is your targets, by the way. All the individual elements of your targets have their own SHORAD systems from Su-23s and SA-9s. Do not move it on waypoint 3 until you have a go-ahead from VSOL 2 flight. And on VSOL 1 and 2, stay low and perform a pop-up attack from waypoint 2, that is south of Lake of Galilee. Conserve your missiles, fire a few in POS mode and check for effect. If necessary, use HAS mode. I can also say that I'm using the Skynet script, so the SAM sites won't always be active. Be aware of enemy scrambling fighters, and our active runway is 27 on Ramat David. Springfield and Hornet patrol between 1 and 2 and intercept enemy planes. Listen to frequency 305. And a little bit general for for everyone. Syria is using large number of Su-24s with cruise missiles to attack targets inside of Israel from the safety of their own airspace. Do not engage them because you will be engaged by their air defenses if you try to. They might do a large-scale attack on our carrier force, and our AVAC is also remains a high-value target for our enemies. Comms. Internal frequencies for the individual flights are VSOL 1 is 126.5, VSOL 2 128.0, Springfield and Hornet 1330.0, Apache 131.5, and the common frequency is 305, and that's also our AWAC frequency, Darkstar, and E2 from the carrier. That is why our carrier is so important, as it provides vital service for our situational awareness. And our carrier frequencies are Stennis is 118.5, TACAN T 10 X-ray, and ICLS channel is 10. Ramat David TACAN is 84 and channel 113.70. Threats. Syria have large numbers of MiG-29s, 23s and 23s on standbys. They're all 21s have seen very little action so far in this conflict. Most suspected threat from Jordan is Mirage F1 with 530 missiles. Lebanon might do skirmishes with Gazelles, as well as there is Syrian M24s on patrol. Lebanon has virtually no air force, but they have a small number of Gazelles that they're using to conduct skirmishes. SAM threat is high. METAR, time is 0730. Temperature is 25 degrees Celsius, QNH 3006, and few at 9,000. And wind at ground is 3 knots at 085, 6 at 1600. 6,000 feet, 12 knots at 080, 22,000 feet, 36 knots at 075. Now we can take some questions.
What altitude do you want the Springfield cap on?
10,000 feet have I set them to.
Copy.
And you might be locked up by the SA5, but so just take necessary action in case that happens.
The tank columns for the Apaches, are they moving or stationary?
The last reports suggest they are stationary and waiting supplies.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so 6 kilometers.
Yeah, and the Hellfires, is it total 16 we can carry, divided by 2 Apaches, or 16 each?
16 each.
Okay. And can we rearm?
Hmm?
Can we rearm?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, thank you.
And by the way, in this I allow respawns, but remember we have limited airframes in this campaign.
Comms, would they be done on SRS?
Yeah, we'll do SRS on this one. Next time we will try to use the internal, I think. Alright. That was everything, or anything else? Alright, I will start up the server and post IP in brief debrief in a little while. All flights get on your respective in-flight frequencies.
Springfield 1-1, radio check.
This is Weasel 1-1, loud and clear.
Springfield 1-1, copy.
This is Weasel 1-1, taxiing into position on taxiway. Weasel 2 status.
Weasel 2, all ready.
Copy. Still waiting for a couple of teammates here to report back.
I think they're on my channel 128, at least as far as I checked this minutes ago.
Copy. Tell them to get on 126.5.
I have tried.
Weasel flight, check in on 126.5.
1-2, good check.
Loud and clear.
Weasel 1-1, data link status.
Data link. Not completely sure on the F-16 actually, to be honest.
My data link is non-operative right now.
Copy.
Weasel 1-3 checking in 126.5.
That's great. And I heard 1-4, so now we are everyone. Weasel 1-1, start taxiing to runway. Follow me. Weasel 1 is taxiing towards the runway.
Weasel 1-3 is gonna need about a minute more.
Copy.
Weasel 1-3, where Hornet flight has no data link at all.
This is Weasel 1, copy. You don't get anything from the AWAC?
That is saying negative.
Copy. Doesn't seem like I'm getting any thing as well. Probably something I did in the mission editor. The mission must go on. We're going to pretend it's enemy jamming. Springfield flight status.
Springfield 1 plate with taxi operations, awaiting further orders. Take off early, letting we join later.
Okay, you're 3 out of 5, but I understand you have some issues. We'll line up on the runway and wait until you get ready.
Springfield 1, copy.
Too loud. Weasel flight, report when ready.
Weasel 1-3 ready. 1-3 ready. 1-4 ready.
Copy. Weasel 1 taking off. Spooling up. Rolling.
One, three, is pulling up. And brakes release now. Whistle 2 taking over on 97.
This is Whistle 1-1. I'm going to start turning right and going to maintain a speed of 350 until waypoint 1. I have absolutely 0 data link contacts.
1-3, we don't have anything either. 1-2, I have something on my data link.
Okay, Whistle flight. Are you catching up with me?
A firm 310
Whistle flight, north flight, head south, there's some contact spotted about 40 miles to your north. Should be a bit of a
Copy. Whistle 1, we're at waypoint 1, turn towards waypoint 2. Right turn, executing. This is Whistle 1, continuing towards waypoint 2.
Standard bearing 309 for motion.
309, copy that. I believe that was the Springfield flight.
Altitude. Altitude.
Form opp en enkel rekke, fly etter meg. Okay, this is Whistle 1-1. I'm going to go for the snowdrift radar, and 2, I want you to go for the SA-11. Someone is locking me up.
Altitude.
F-16, buddy spike.
Altitude. Altitude.
Copy.
F-16, I'm getting body spiked.
Altitude. Altitude.
No eyes on SA-11.
Yeah, they aren't active yet. We're flying under the radar so far. Okay, this is 1-1. I'm going to pop up and I'm going to launch 2 missiles at
Altitude.
the snowdrift once they try to lock us up.
One, this is 4. How far are you from waypoint 2?
5 miles. Whistle 1, popping up.
Altitude. Altitude.
Copy. Still nothing. I'm going to launch one and see if they start locking us up. Weasel 1, Magnum.
Magnum, SA2, SA11.
Okay, taking fire. Evading. SA5 is locking me up. Are anyone else firing? I don't hear anything.
I see lines above the ground.
Altitude. Pull up. Pull up. Altitude. Altitude.
Hit SA11.
Copy.
On 3 defense. 1, this is 4. Do you want us to fire at will?
Fire at will. Did you get? Did we get the radar?
I'm not sure.
Okay. If it's dead, then it's if it's not active, then probably it's dead. Switching to stair point 4 and the SA6. SA6 is active. Weasel 1-1, Magnum.
Missile 4 man.
Whistle 2, pop up.
1, 2, hold.
Dark Star 1-1-1-1. Request bogey dope. 1-1. Dark Star 1-1. Clean.
The SA6 is still active.
I think so. Copy it.
Okay, it just went silent. I think we hit it. Whistle 2, what's your status?
Whistle 2, good.
Copy.
Who is on 10,000 feet right now?
Whistle 4.
Okay, radar spike F1.
Can any of you see anyone on data link?
Radar contact. 4 contacts on the nose above the city.
Hostile plane.
That's hostiles.
SA2 active.
Don't fly into too far into enemy territory. Fire could... shit can is active over the city.
Mirage F1 active.
This is Weasel 1-1. I'm engaging with Mirage F1s.
Whistle hard flight. Can you help with that? They're 100 miles away.
Yeah, moving. At least send a division. SA2 is active.
41 Roger.
Weasel 1-1, Fox 3. Shit, taking fire. I'm taking fire from Mirage F1.
On it.
Top.
1-2, plus 2. Mirage, 21. Mirage, 12.
Copy.
Hit Mirage, F1.
Yeah, I saw something explode down there. Nice, nice, nice. I'm getting spiked from an F-16. I'm down.
Body strike, F-15. F-16 low.
Fox 3. Fox 3 on Mirage.
Body strike, body strike. Wizard 1-2, Mirage F1. Hit. Body strike, F-15.
Dark Star 1-1. Pontiac 1-4. Request bogey dope. 1-1. Dark Star 1-1. Pop-up group 0D4 413 at 1,500 knots.
This sort of display. I don't know if I splashed that Mirage. I could shut it by an SA5. Never mind, it's not splashed. We're playing and bugging out back to waypoint 1.
Dark Star 1-1. Pontiac 1-4. Request bogey dope. Pontiac 1-4. Dark Star 1-1. Bra 354 470 at 3,000 knots.
Springfield, flight function status?
Springfield 1-1 orbiting between home base and waypoint 2.
Copy. Apache flight, how is it going? Nothing here from Apache. Springfield. Have you guys knocked out that A3? Anyone from Weasel 2 on comms? Probably.
Weasel to respawn at airbase.
All of you?
Affirmative.
Oh.
Nei, vi hadde, eller i hvert fall 1 og 2 da, jeg er ikke sikker på det, men jeg vet at alle er blitt skutt. Nei, det er bare rett og slett ingen situation awareness når vi har datalink, og alle flyr som vi har datalink.
Fikk dere tatt ut 1 og 3?
Affirmative.
Copy. Apache flight then continue to take out to waypoint 3.
Copy that, we are at waypoint 2 and engaging time.
Copy.
Hornet 1 spotted 2 groups of enemies intercepting. Looks like they're on their way to the carrier.
Weasel 2 flight down to only Weasel 1, 2-1 and 2-3 south.
Open 1, open on the front one at 32,000.
Spike MiG 23.
I'm out of it. Traffic, Weasel 2-1, and he's holding up the queue for 97.
3, RTB bingo. Smash 1.
1 engaging in 23s. One Fox 3, depending.
I'm out of it. Traffic, he's holding up the queue for 87.
Who reported Spike MiG 23?
Springfield 1-1.
Contact, kan du komme på Discord et skudd?
Ja, må da.
Hvem er det som står foran runway 27 på Ramanda-viden nå?
Ja. Jeg vet jeg måtte kjøre nye aligner, så jeg kjører ut samtidig.
One bingo fuel
Copy,
active.
wind supplies going around. They're going around really fine. Jam at it.
This is Hornet. I'm in a dogfight with two MiG-23s.
Give him help.
Ramanda vid Wisdom 2 flight taking for 37, heading waypoint to air-to-air mode for mid-to-end 3 threat.
Apache 1-1 RTB and rearm and refuel and going out back.
Copy that, Apache. What status on your targets?
Mostly targets are done on waypoint 1 and 2 and
Hornet them down to guns.
Our Maybach getting attacked.
Sprinkler flight, what is your status on the MiG?
Springfield 1-1, it's RTB bingo fuel.
Copy. What is the position of AWAC? Wisdom 2.
That's set on the map is on the white south on the coast.
Could you give a bullseye indication?
That's
Wisdom 1 to taking over Ramada.
approximate distance is from bullseye to 90 miles.
Copy Wisdom 2-1.
This is Hornet. It looks like the MiGs are Winchestering.
Copy, copy.
Guys, I think he lost our A-watch.
Hey, watch this down.
Bad. Okay, this is Whistle 1, we're going to go after the last A2 sites. And Whistle 2, what's the status of your targets?
Whistle 2 heading for SA2 sites. Copy.
Hornet 1-1, from what I can see, only parachutes left.
Copy that.
Call in the F-22s.
That's one victory for the enemy.
Whistle flight, Hornet 1-1, am I needed after rearm?
Last second.
Am I needed after rearm, Hornet 1-1?
Negative. We'll take out last SA2 and then we will RTB.
Hornet 1-1, roger all. I will spend my time looking for the carrier because someone got to turn on the second.
Whistle 1 continue towards waypoint 4 to take out SA2. Nice.
Okay, the radar is silenced, I think we got it.
Okay, all units RTB.
Tower 034. Overhead Angels 3.5. Stay 3.5. 034. Tower, roger. BRC 357. St. Louis, Charlotte. 034.
Whistle 1-1 on left downwind roadway 27.
Aperture 1-1 RTB.
Copy. Whistle 1 flight, Whistle 2, hva er din status nå? Hvor mange er dere igjen? Whistle 1-1, vi er 3 igjen. Copy. Jeg flyr inn bak en av dere nå, men jeg er ikke sikker på hvem. Whistle 1 er på final. Ok, Whistle 1-2, wag wings.
Jeg styrer short final nå. Jeg var på downwind.
Copy, da er jeg ikke på deg. Whistle 1-3, wag wings. Flyr vi overhead break, eller? Whistle 1-2 tar overhead break. Copy, da er jeg på deg. Jeg er i trail på deg.